involved in the community as a prefect, soccer player, football and basketball manager, and class TA. One word I'd use to describe Beanie is cool. Beanie is cool like the other side of the pillow. Another word to describe Beanie is consistent. He is consistently kind, considerate, and dependable. Almost every day, Beanie asks me, "How you doing, coach?" And I'll miss that. He's quick to lend in any situation as a prefect, TA, and team manager day in and day out. In 2 years, amazingly, I've never seen Beanie get flustered, and I've never heard him complain. All Beanie does is show up every day with a smile on his face, a positive attitude, and cool vibes. The world could use more people like Beanie, and we're lucky to have had him for these past 2 years. Next year, Beanie is headed to Grand Canyon University, where he will study cybersecurity. Stay cool, Beans.
And I practiced Beanie's last name and I got it wrong again. Gebra Hewitt. Okay. Ronnie Hirsch. Jessica Kalmus.
Ronnie. Let's not make this awkward. I'm not sure where to start, so I guess let's go back to the beginning. It's true, I really don't remember the day I took you and Haven on a tour, other than the fact that the wildfire was making for a really weird ash-filled sky. During your time at Orme, you have grown from one of those students seemingly always giving the duty team members headaches to one of the leaders helping out on the duty team. You have become a prefect, a stellar student, an athlete, and a fixture on our campus. You have shown that obstacles are made to be overcome. Up top, you have gone from someone who could barely saddle a horse to one of the strongest riders we have. I've learned more about riding my own horse by watching you than you will ever realize. And I know that both Joel and I can count on you anytime to jump in and help a fellow student with their horse. We will both miss your leadership up top. As you finish your time here at Orme and head to Casanova College on close to a full ride scholarship this fall to study psychology, go out and take on the world in Beth Dutton style, in your pit vipers, of course. I leave you with my final advice, spoken in Ronnie terms. And those of you guys who know Ronnie will be able to translate this. Yes, queen. It's time to go out and be the baddie we know you are. Remember, don't act sus and don't cap, because both are pretty bad for your brand. And while I might not remember the day you came to Orme, I will never forget the day you left. Congratulations.
Heather Howard. Austin Hudson.
It is with admiration that I present our next graduate, a 5-year senior, one of the only people that's been here longer than me, from Los Angeles, California, Heather Howard. Of all of our graduates today, one could argue that Heather has made the most progress from her arrival at Orme to her graduation day today. Academically, Heather has gone from a C student as a freshman to holding straight A's in her core academic classes as a senior. Athletically, Heather has gone from someone who wasn't really interested in sports to playing volleyball and becoming an outstanding first baseman on our 2019 CAA Final Four softball team. Personally, the thing I admire most about Heather, though, is her ability to be authentically and unapologetically herself. In our age of constant comparison, you'll probably find Heather wearing clothes that other people probably wouldn't, listening to loud music from the 80s or the 90s, and being the life of the party the entire time. Heather is one of the most charismatic and magnetic people on our campus. She doesn't care if anyone likes her, yet everyone likes her, and that shouldn't be underestimated as a life skill. Next year, Heather is headed to Los Angeles Pierce College, where she'll study psychology and business. Good luck, Heather.
If the faculty sitting in the sun would like to move, feel free. Jamari John Rose. Sylvia Strobel.
Congratulations, Jamari. It's a pleasure for me to introduce Jamari. I first met Jamari as a junior when he arrived at Orme from Dominica. Jamari has made many friends and excelled in academics. During his 2 years at Orme, he has consistently been on the honor roll. His creativity and detail earned Bell's Special Award for Information Technology while he was a student in Dominica. Jamari loves music, and last year at Orme's annual Fine Arts Festival, he took part in the music composition class. At the end of the week, he performed an outstanding musical guitar piece that he created. In 2017, he was awarded the Dominica Association of Music Editors top student for his outstanding guitar performances. Prior to COVID, Jamari was a valued member of the Orme cross-country team. I'm very pleased to tell you that Jamari will be attending Howard, one of the historically Black colleges and universities that were established before the Civil Rights Act of 1964. What an honor, and we are all proud of you, Jamari. Whatever path Jamari chooses while at Howard and in his future career, I have no doubt that he will be a success. It has been a pleasure knowing and working with Jamari.
Loza Kabidi. Tom Goodspeed.
Hailing from Ethiopia, Loza's smile is infectious, and she has a calm, cool, and collected personality and demeanor. Last Friday, she was inducted into the National Honor Society. As a testament to how well liked she is by the Orme community, the crowd bursted with applause when they heard her name. Loza is on her way to Atlanta to attend Georgia State University, where is, and I quote, "She is going to college for the next 4 years to try to do my best in everything while making memories. My future plan is to become successful in any way possible and not be dependent on anyone. My dream is to become a successful businesswoman." And she's really proud that she knows how to do her laundry now. It's one of the things that she mentioned. Loza had a blast during the Orme games this spring. She says there's always something new to remember and laugh about at Orme, but most definitely it's the people and friendly environment where everyone is accepted. She has challenged herself to become more active and less dependent on family. I'm going to repeat this, but I quote, "I can do my own laundry now," crying face, laughing emoji. Loza's favorite activities here were caravan, dressing up for festivals together, and hanging out in commons with her friends. It was not uncommon to go by commons and see Loza banging the billiard balls with her buddies almost nightly. Loza, thank you for being a shining example of good character, a calm presence, a diligent worker, and a good friend. Georgia State is lucky to have you, and Orme School is a better place for having you here. Congratulations.
Tu Min Lee. Sylvia Strobel.
Tu Min Lee. Izzy is all the way back home in Vietnam, but it's my pleasure to do her senior bio for her. Izzy is joining us, as I said, virtually from Vietnam, a 13-hour time difference. I mention this because Izzy has joined us virtually all year in AP Chemistry, always keeping up with her studies while in Vietnam, working diligently online. Her homework was always on time, and she maintained excellent grades. In fact, if I recall, I think she has a 99 in AP Chemistry right now. That statement speaks volumes to Izzy's dedication to her studies. I met Izzy last year when she arrived at Orme as a junior from Vietnam, and I'm so pleased I got to meet her in person. One of the very first things I noticed about Izzy when I met her was her kind, compassionate nature. In Vietnam, she has assisted in the Bonfire Project, helping autistic children. She has volunteered at the Hanoi Hospital with the Astra Project, teaching children with cancer who are not able to attend school. In addition to all of this, she has volunteered at the Green Library, teaching rural children about health and nutrition. Izzy loves sports, and prior to COVID, she was very involved in the Orme sports programs, excelling in basketball. She was also an integral part of the Orme cross-country team during the fall of 2019. In her home country of Vietnam, she played handball and softball. Prior to coming to Orme in 2019, she won the bronze medal in the Marie Curie basketball tournament. She also played handball and softball in Vietnam, winning a gold medal in the National Handball Tournament. Izzy plans on attending the College of Worcester in Worcester, Ohio. It's cold there, Izzy, so bring really warm clothes.
An Lee Lennox. Skylar Dunphy.
Okay, so there was a lot of people who wanted to speak about Lennox this morning, but I'm really happy to be able to be the one standing up here with her. It is my pleasure to introduce Lennox on her graduation day. She is an amazing young woman from Vietnam who is loved and appreciated by all members of the Orme School. She has attended Orme for the past 3 years and has really made her mark here at school. I consider myself lucky to have had her in my art classes and to have gotten to know her. I know for certain that I am not the only one that feels this way. When speaking with Coach Hudson, he told me that she was the best team manager he's ever had in his 10 years of coaching varsity basketball. She puts her all into the groups that she joins, and she helps raise the bar for everyone. This year, Lennox also raised the bar in her classes as well. She received the Academics Excellence Award in Spanish too. Next year, she will be continuing her education on the East Coast, studying art and management. She will fill her life with art, travel, adventure, and I am confident that she will live life to her fullest. Lennox will be missed greatly here at Orme next year. I wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors, and I really hope she does stay in touch.
Carolyn Leach. Sylvia Strobel.
What can I say? The valedictorian. It's my honor to introduce Caroline Leach. Carol, as we all know her, has been a student at Orme for the last 2 years. I met Carol this year when she was a student in AP Environmental Science. As I began to get to know Carol, I saw a student fully committed to her education. Her dedication to her studies is evident by her outstanding grades she has received these past 2 years at Orme. This dedication, as we all know, has earned her numerous awards. She has the distinct honor of being Orme's valedictorian for the class of 2021. She won the Knowlton Sustainability Award last night and the 2021 Orme Science Award winner. Carol, you should be very proud. We all are. Okay. From what I've observed, a farm girl, as her friends call her, Carol's upbringing in Wisconsin has instilled in her a true love and deep respect for the environment. I'm not surprised that Carol plans on attending Texas Ag and Tech this upcoming fall, majoring in agriculture. I have no doubt she will be a success in whatever endeavor she chooses. It has been a pleasure having Carol as a student and part of the Orme community. She will be missed.
Echo Martinson. Cheryl Goodspeed.
Hello, Echo. I hope you're watching. We miss you. Echo Martinson hails from Paradise Valley, Arizona, where she finished up her career online. If you know Echo, you know staying in one place isn't her favorite thing to do, unless that one place is on the back of a horse. Echo is business world and learned to run barrels. She rode with the barrel team each year that she was here with much success. While she's been attending school at home this year, Echo has continued to compete successfully with Ivory, her horse. She's also volunteered in the COVID vaccination program and maintained top marks in her courses all year. Last night you saw her receive the history prize for seniors. Next year, Echo will be attending Colorado State University along with Ivory. and will major in equine sciences. She hopes to one day have her own equine facility or ranch, and I'm sure she will. We look forward to following you and Ivory as you start your next race, Echo. Congratulations.
Kelly Milliken. Jessica Kalmus.
I first met Kelly, or as we all like to call her, Asher, when she was just a little girl during an alumni visit with her mom, Chris, and her stepdad, Steve. So naturally, as I stand up addressing her as a high school graduate, I can't help but to feel a little bit old. Besides from attending many reunions at Orme, Asher's first solo Orme experience was as an Orme camper when she was only 12 years old. This also happened to be Sarah Todd's first year too, and she was only like 10 years old then. I still remember driving down to a water park with Asher blasting 21 Pilots Ride with her favorite campers, Clara and Eugenie. Every time I hear that song, I still think of you. After a year abroad in Brazil in high school, Asher joined us for her junior year and hasn't looked back since. Taking a cue from her mom's rich alumni experiences, Asher has embraced the many traditions that Orme has. She's been a prefect, an outspoken member of Girls Strong, and one of the students on campus who I commend for their ability to never be afraid to stand up for injustice. She has a global awareness and sensitivity to inequalities among humankind that I find admirable. She will be attending Trinity University in Dublin in Ireland next year, and I wish her the very best as she leaves us for this amazing opportunity. Congratulations.
Ariana Molina. Eric Play.
Ariana came to Orme from California, and she says that Orme has helped her become a loud and outgoing person. I'm really glad we could help. The Spanish Club with Ilson and the softball caravan from her sophomore year will always be cherished memories for Ariana. After her 4 years at Orme, I believe Ariana represents everything we hope our graduates will be. She won the Robertson Award for her outstanding character during her senior year. She won the President's Award earlier today, and she has been an amazing leader in so many ways. Duty Team 2, DT2, would not be the second best duty team in the school without Ariana. Ariana embodied the team spirit that made our softball team special, and she brings the same enthusiasm to every class, friendship, club, and team she joins. I picked Ariana first in the prefect draft because she is one of the most responsible, caring, and capable people I know. She is headed off to the University of California in Merced, go Bobcats, next year to study psychology, and the Orme community is going to miss her very much. Ariana, congratulations.
Selena. Glenn Arena.
Selena, I hope you're watching. I did what you told me to do. Selena is one of our exceptionally gifted students. She is also one of the students that didn't make it back for her senior year. I had a nice communication with her the other day, and I asked, so what do you like about Orme? Her response was immediate. She loves her friends and misses them beyond belief. She lists Ronnie, Angelica, and Ariana as her go-to girls. Remember fondly the nights that she would just sit and chit-chat about everything and everything. She really misses these young women and hopes that they are well and excited about college. She is grateful to Orme for helping her grow academically as well as socially and personally. She loved Caravan and she misses the nights out in the campus with the open spaces. She credits Orme with her acceptance into Knox College that has offered her a nice combination of scholarships and financial aid. She cannot wait to get back to the States and begin this part of her life. She hopes that college life will be able to provide her with her experiences that she missed this year by not being in the States. But Selena really wanted to thank the best teachers she has ever had. She could not have been more adamant about that. So a thank you to Mr. DeBus, Mr. Douglas, and Mr. Kilby, but she has a special place in her heart for Ilson. She wanted to thank you in a special way, but she didn't know how to do it. I told her I would help her get that message across. Congratulations, Selena.
Long Nguyen. Skylar Dunphy.
It is with great pleasure that I introduce Aaron as we know him on his graduation day. He has joined us here at Orme for the past 4 years, all the way from Vietnam. Aaron is incredibly kind and passionate in his interests in playing piano, songwriting, and playing American football. When speaking with other teachers about Aaron, they have such positive things to say. He has touched the lives of so many of us, even those he has not been in class with. I know Miss Mitchell will miss their engaging conversations about music theory and hearing him practice beautiful melodies on the piano as she walks by the music annex. I myself have not had Aaron in class, but I have had the pleasure of working with him during our after-school outdoor leadership activity, as well as an advisee this year. It is very typical of Aaron to lead our advisory conversations, to share his funny stories, and to encourage all of us to play a group game. I appreciate his honesty, his leadership, and his positive attitude that he has brought to our advisory and that he carries with him in everything that he does. Aaron is planning on studying music performance in college. He is such a hard worker, diligent student, and friendly person that I know that he will find great success and form strong relationships in college. I wish him the very best in his future, and I hope he continues to share his music with the world.
An Nguyen. Skylar Dunphy.
And I'm so very honored to introduce An Pham Nguyen, or as we know her, Julie, during graduation today. She is a talented, driven, smart, kind, and humble young woman from Vietnam. This is her 3rd year at Orme, and it has been a great pleasure to get to know her and to see her grow over the past few years. Julie may appear shy if you don't know her, but for those who do, they know her to be full of life, to have a great sense of humor, and to be bursting with a fun, silly, playful, and positive personality. Last year, I would often catch her going on walks out of bounds, up top to see the donkeys with her friends. It was really hard to get mad at these girls who were radiating such a positive and joyful and happiness with them as they walked around up there. This year, Julie received the Academics Excellence Award in AP Studio Art, in Physics, and in AP Calculus BC. Next year, Julie will be studying game design at Bradley University. She is excited to learn how to code and to continue her education in art and the Japanese language. I am confident that Julie will excel in all that she chooses to do in her future, and I wish her the very best of luck. Julie, I hope you stay in touch.
Con Nguyen, Caitlyn. Sylvia Strobel.
Hi, Caitlyn. Congratulations. I'm going to take this off. It's my pleasure to introduce Con Nguyen, or Caitlyn as we know her. I met Caitlyn for the very first time when she began attending Orme mid-year last year. She arrived at Orme as a junior and jumped right into her studies, never missing an assignment. As I began to get to know Caitlyn, I saw a student fully committed to her education. Her dedication to her studies is evident by her outstanding grades she has received these past 2 years. She has made high honors each quarter. In her first year at Orme, Caitlyn was awarded the Academic Excellence in Chemistry Award, and she earned an AP Scholar with Distinction Award. In addition to her academic achievements here at Orme, Caitlyn is a member of the Orme Yearbook Committee, continuing with her work from 2019. Last year, she was also a delegate of WHO at Singapore Model United Nations representing Orme. During the summer of 2020, Caitlyn didn't let COVID stop her, and she helped to found a nonprofit organization that consults with Vietnamese students who want to study abroad. She was the leader and organizer of an online webinar that aims to provide Vietnamese students with the necessary skills and knowledge to study abroad amidst the pandemic. One of the highlights of her summer of 2020 is she volunteered as an English teacher in her home country of Vietnam to help underprivileged children gain opportunities to study English. Caitlyn plans on attending the University of Georgia this fall. It has been a privilege getting to know Caitlyn as a student and watching her grow into a confident young woman. It has been a pleasure knowing and working with you, Caitlyn. Congratulations.
Lynn Nguyen, Kelly. Eric Play.
Since coming to Orme from Vietnam, Kelly Nguyen has been an academic star for the last 4 years. Heading into her senior year, her lowest grade was a 93 in AP Chemistry, one of our most challenging classes, and Kelly was a sophomore when she took it. Kelly made my English class look like a cakewalk, and then she offered to be my teaching assistant for the next year and help me teach my class. She's just that good. Kelly has appreciated all the people she has known and the experiences she has had in her 4 years at Orme. She mentioned to me that the older students she got to know as a freshman helped her become the student she became. She explained wonderfully what our Fine Arts Fest has meant to her by saying, had I never been at Orme, I would never have had the experience of crafting my own panel of shiny stained glass, learning the exotic yet graceful moves of a Latin dance while looking glamorous in a traditional dress, or understanding how to paint a delicate artwork with oil paint. I have missed Kelly a great deal this year. This was not the senior year I had in mind for us, but I will always remember Caitlyn Nguyen as one of the most capable, thoughtful, and talented students I have ever taught. And I won't be the only teacher of hers who thinks that. Congratulations, Kelly.
Min Nguyen. Steve. Glenn Arena.
As I discuss the remarkable qualities of Scuba Steve, I confess that I have no idea why we call him Scuba Steve. I am still in complete denial that I will never see Scuba Steve again. He has chosen to go to college in Vietnam, major in computer science, and one day own a business. Steve is incredibly smart. He comprehends a topic almost immediately. For example, on the first day of volumes of revolution in calculus, Steve is at the board doing problems correctly after about 2 minutes of explanation. Steve was obsessed with physical fitness, still is. He was a self-proclaimed fat kid, and he absolutely hated the way he looked and felt. He decided to change his eating habits and began working out just a short time before coming here and has never faltered. The exercise allowed him to be comfortable enough to join football, which he said changed his life. It was something he never imagined that he could do. He thought he would never be good enough in good enough shape to participate, but he stuck with it and has been the highlight of his life thus far. Coach Hudson says Steve was an important part of our football team. Steve played nose guard and was a great teammate, beloved by his fellow players and coaches. Steve decided how to look and how he wanted to feel about himself. Steve has been lifting continuously and now weighs 185 pounds with no fat. Steve, you are an inspiration. Best of luck and congratulations.
Dat Nguyen. Eric Play.
Dat Nguyen came from Vietnam and arrived on campus at Orme with short hair. He's grown a lot. Those of us who know Dat now know that he is one of the most observant, insightful, and helpful people you will ever meet. As a teaching assistant, a tutor, or a friend, Dat is always willing to drop everything to help others. I had a front row seat to witness Dat's brilliance as a student in my English 2 class. He wrote one of the best literary analyses of Macbeth I have ever read. And he read an extra novel per week on his own outside of class. Dat is heading off to study business at the University of Richmond next year. And no one will be surprised to hear that he handled the college application process in the most efficient and professional way I have ever seen from a student. He has already emailed me from his University of Richmond email account to make sure we can keep in touch. I hope the Republic of Stirrup Dot, now operating out of their Ball Dorm location, will continue the commitment to personal fitness that Dat started out there. You are destined for great things, Dat. Congratulations.
Greatness Ojum. Austin Hudson.
I'm very proud of our next graduate, 4-year Orme student, 3-year prefect, 2-time state champion in shot, and someone who has truly made the most of her Orme experience. From Nigeria, Greatness Ojum. This speech was really hard for me to write for a couple of reasons. For one, if I took the time to list all of Greatness's accomplishments at Orme, I'm afraid we would run on until Greatness is still here for a 5th year at Orme. And I don't think she would appreciate that very much. Secondly, and more seriously, my own Orme experience is very connected to Greatness. Over the last 4 years, I've taught and coached Greatness. We've been on several caravans, shared countless long road trips, trials and triumphs. Over the years, I've always tried my best to be a good coach to Greatness. And if you ask her, she'd probably say that I had a big impact on her life. But the truth is, everything that Greatness has accomplished and every amazing character quality that she exemplifies for all of us is just the culmination of things that Greatness had in her all along. I'm really lucky, and the Orme School is lucky to have had such a special person here for the last 4 years. Greatness next year will be attending the University of Arizona, where she'll be studying biomedical engineering, unless she wants to come back for that 5th year, in which case we'll take her. Congratulations, Greatness.
Yanni Pezlitis. Cheryl Goodspeed.
Yanni Pezlitis. The man, the myth, the legend. From Sedona, Arizona, by way of Greece and Arkansas, Yanni arrived at Orme his freshman year. His path was not an easy one at first. When I first met him at the start of his sophomore year, he was a boy who absolutely believed he could not be a student. He almost convinced us all, but like any true hero, Yanni had a superpower waiting for him to discover: the ability to see how much there is to know. And that is what makes him a real student. With superpower in hand and Team Yanni by his side, he became not only a student, but possibly the most positive person you know. Always ready to lend a hand, show you his latest chapter in the book he is writing, or remind someone that there is another way to look at the most discouraging circumstances. Funny, kind, hardworking, and uniquely himself, Yanni's goal in life is to make others feel better, and he does it well. Purple top hat, Yanni's mess. I'm going to say it wrong. I always do. Alien creatures, ancient gods, and Russian action adventures. Yanni uses creativity, compassion, and quirkiness to take on the world. A prefect, teacher's assistant, a recipient of the David A. Robertson Award for Student Excellence. Last night, the winner of the Ceramics Award, and today, the Trustees and President's Award. Don't look at me again. He's headed for his next adventure at Yavapai College, where he will consider to discover the realm of possibilities open to those who are willing to see them. Yanni, I know you will come to visit us when you can, and we all look forward to seeing you take on the world in this next super adventure.
Chi Quach. Skylar Dumpy.
It is my great honor to introduce Chi Kwat as this year's salutatorian. She's an incredible young woman who has been with us at Orme for the past 3 years, traveling all the way from Vietnam. I have had the pleasure of getting to know Chi as a student, an artist, and an advisee, and I feel that I am really able to tell you what kind of person she really is. She is kind, driven, humble, organized, smart, and her work ethic is unmatched. She truly has it all. Over the past 3 years, I have seen Chi grow so much, always excited to challenge herself through sports, caravan, art, academics. What has impressed me the most is her dedication to her art projects. She is always creating additional projects for fun to improve her skills and her portfolio. Not only is she an incredible artist, receiving this year's Stanley Knowlton Art Award, but she also received the Academics Excellence Award in both AP US Government and Politics and AP Computer Science. I am so happy to have gotten to know Chi in her time here at Orme. She is an exceptional human being. Next year, she will be continuing her education at Savannah College of Art and Design. I have the utmost confidence that she will find great success in all that she does, and I wish her the very best of luck. I hope she stays in touch.
Okay. Elvis Aaron Rhodes. Austin Hudson.
What's up, Rhodes? I'm pleased to introduce our next graduate from Cottonwood, Arizona, Aaron Rhodes. I met Aaron in the summer of 2017. He was an uber confident 8th grader, set on playing baseball at Mingus Union High School. All Aaron could tell me about was how he was going to pitch the lights out at Mingus. But he told me, "Coach, if you bring back the baseball program at Orme, I'll come here." I loved Aaron's confidence right away, and I did everything I could to get him to come to Orme. And thanks in large part to Aaron's efforts, Orme's baseball team returned in 2019 and had a winning record in its first year in a 10-year hiatus. Aaron's role on this team is one of his proudest accomplishments at Orme. However, this is just a small glimpse into what Aaron has meant to our community. In 3 years, Aaron has maintained a 3.5 GPA, and he's been an integral member of 4 varsity programs: cross country, football, basketball, and baseball. Through everything, Aaron has never left anything on the playing field. The thing I admire most about Aaron is his unbreakable spirit. Through injuries and all kinds of adversity, Aaron continues to pursue life with the enthusiasm of someone who cannot fail. I frequently tell my teams that resilience is the #1 predictor of success in sports and in life. And in 5 to 10 years, I'm looking forward to telling my teams the story of Aaron Rhodes, when he is undoubtedly very successful. Next year, Aaron is headed to Webster University, where he will study business. Aaron, thank you for your contributions and good luck.
Rachel Rogers. Cheryl Goodspeed.
Congratulations, Rachel. If you ask anyone about Rachel Rogers, the first thing they will say is, she loves dogs. Rachel knows all the dogs at Orme and is in her happy place when they are around. Rachel came to Orme in January of last year. She just settled into her new life when the semester was cut short by COVID. But in that short time, Rachel made an impression on me with her intelligence, love for literature, and willingness to help others whenever she could. When Rachel returned this year, she arrived a confident and determined young woman, sure of what she wanted and willing to stand strong and assured. No pandemic was getting in her way. Rachel, like many of us, has a secret, although hers isn't so much of a secret anymore. She's a master at crochet. At the Fine Arts Festival craft fair, people flocked to Rachel's table and came away with amazing little animals that she had crocheted, and one big one. She sold everything she had. Rachel's ability in the arts extends to metalsmithing and ceramics. She's a talented girl. This fall, Rachel will leave her hometown of Tucson and go to Cody College in Nevada, Missouri, that is. She plans to major in business and would like to get a dog. Rachel was recently inducted into the National Honor Society. And what I want to tell you about Rachel that's not on my speech is that Rachel is a soldier. She goes forward with courage and determination, and I can't wait to see what she does in this world.
Andrew Schultz. Jessica Kalmus.
Andrew, I'm sad you're not here, and I'm sure you know that, but I hope that you're watching. Driving through Erie, PA last summer, I couldn't help but to look out onto Lake Erie and expect to see Andrew floating out there on a raft. Since coming to Orme, Andrew and I have shared much in common with the upstate New York, Eastern Pennsylvania areas. Whether it's our shared love of Wegmans or the fact that my family and I used to ski at his family's ski resort, I always enjoyed having a student here that I could talk with about my prior home. While here, Andrew took advantage of the many great extracurricular activities that Orme had to offer. During his time, he was a prefect and a leader in training. In our office, he was a tour guide and could always be counted on to assist when educational consultants came onto campus. Andrew is a salesman at heart, and that's where his true strengths lie. He was always very successful, helping us raise funds during our annual alumni phone-a-thons. He would come into our office for hours and hours and days at end calling alumni. I could always count on him to give 100% and connect with the people he was speaking with. Andrew will be attending, I'm not even sure how to say this, university in Pittsburgh next fall. Orme will not be the same without him, and it hasn't been the same without him since he left. I wish you the very best, Andrew, and I hope to visit you someday in Erie.
Angelica Simmons. Jessica Kalmus.
Angelica first came to Orme last fall. She was quiet and reserved, but quickly found her place among friends in her classes. While I've not had the opportunity to get to know Angelica quite as much as I would like to, despite the fact that I asked you to come to horsemanship like a million times this fall, I've enjoyed the time that I've spent with you. In the dorms, with your Italian heritage, Angelica is definitely the go-to for prime Parmesan cheese. Along the same lines, she and her family have embraced the international population of Orme, often hosting students over breaks and welcoming them into her home. She's always been welcoming and eager to make friends with them and learn more about their cultures. Mr. Douglas noticed that the finance class common/gym snack bar would not likely have existed if it weren't for Angelica. She took the bull by the horns and made it happen, coordinating the volunteers, making sure it was stocked by sending him off to get snacks and drinks all the time, and taking in the money. She made sure the till was balanced and secure, and she even kept the money under her bed to keep it safe when she couldn't get it all back to him. Angelica leaves us to go to Scottsdale Community College next year, and we will miss you, and we wish you all the best. Congratulations.
McKay Torgerson. Cheryl Goodspeed.
McKay. Thanks for getting all those calves in. People think the world needs more cowboys, and McKay Torgerson is there to fill those boots. From Arizona with some Oklahoma and Kentucky in his past, McKay came to Orme for summer camp and, in his words, never left, but just stayed for school. In an essay McKay wrote this year, he described the first time he held a rope in his hands as a small child and how he never wanted to put it down. But life changes, and McKay had to get to Orme to find his way back to roping and to the ranch life. He started with a pair of cowboy boots, then he added a big cowboy hat, then a rope, and finally the spurs. I always knew when he was on his way to class because the sound they made when he strode down the hall. Then McKay got a roping dummy and put it in front of his dorm room. He had to be reminded not to rope in the library and not to rope his classmates because McKay just kept throwing that rope. And it's paid off. Last summer, he worked for Orme Ranch running the cattle, and next year he will be a full-time cowboy at a ranch in Montana. McKay is a man of few words. I know I never considered a full sentence until I met him. He likes to keep his hands busy and can run through a Rubik's Cube as fast as anyone I know. Sitting in a classroom hasn't been easy for him. And now he's going to head out to a place that's been calling him all his life. Happy trails, McKay. I got one more set. I will miss you and the jingle jangle of you walking down the hall.
Rashad Valentine. Austin Hudson.
I am honored to speak on behalf of Rashad Valentine from Dominica. In 2 years at Orme, Rashad has maintained a 4.2 GPA. As a senior, he excelled in 5 AP classes. Rashad particularly shined in AP Spanish language, in which he earned the 2021 Academic Excellence Award. Even more impressively, Rashad has done all of this while holding a leadership role in our community as a prefect, soccer captain, and starting lineman for last season's CAA Final Four football team. Personally, Rashad is a chameleon, meaning you'll find him hanging out with a variety of people, doing a variety of different things. Despite this adaptability, one thing remains constant with Rashad: the fact that he treats everyone with kindness, dignity, and respect. For these qualities, Rashad is loved by many, and he has made Orme a better place. Rashad is still currently deciding between Creighton University or Southern Utah University next year, But wherever he goes, I'm confident that Rashad's character will lead him to a lifetime of positive relationships, happiness, and success. Rashad, thank you for your contributions to Orme, and good luck.
Vu Long. Tom Goodspeed.
Louis Long Vu is from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. I had the pleasure of teaching Louis in biology last year and in coaching him in football. Louis's smile is radiant and especially great when comprehension sinks in. You guys know that smile that Louis always had, right? His drive to succeed will do him well next year while attending the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology in Vietnam. Majoring in digital marketing, Louis wants to develop his own business with his own personal brand. Louis adored playing football and baseball here at Orme, both new experiences for him. With a slight language barrier, it was a challenge hearing directions to adjust on the fly while processing English to Vietnamese and then from Vietnamese to American football. In the end, this is what he said. I made my first tackle in a home game. I don't even remember the name of the team we played against, but the feeling is mad great with that big smile on his face. Thanks to the friendly environment, he overcame the difficulty of the language barrier. The caravan trips were new to Louis's experiences, and he loved them almost as much as his sports and academics. We hope that someday, Louis, you'll make it back to the States. However, we do miss you, and we only wish you the best as you grow to be a fine young man in life. All the best to you and your future, Louis. Congratulations.
Zhang Wang. Rena. Sylvia Strobel.
Congratulations, Rena. It's with great pleasure that I introduce you to Zhang Wang, Rena, as we all know her. I first met Rena 4 years ago. She's been here 4 years. When she arrived at Orme, she was very quiet, but it didn't take long for her to settle into the Orme community and make many friends. One of the first things that I remember about Rena when she first arrived was her enthusiasm to take part in everything we had to offer, even horseback riding. I remember well, one of her first encounters with a horse was not very pleasant, and she was kicked. That didn't deter Rena at all, and she turned into a very accomplished rider. Rena also loved drama. She has been an invaluable member of the drama program and taken part in many of our plays. Rena loved being part of the Orme sports program. She was the basketball manager 2 years ago. Her statistical skill was at a professional level, so Mr. Kilby had no choice but to make Rena the keeper of the stats. This year, Rena has received both the Nash Chemistry and Physics Awards given to an outstanding chemistry and physics student. Congratulations. These awards are well-deserved, Rena. She will continue her post-secondary education this fall at the University of Arizona. It has been such a pleasure getting to know Rena and having her as a student. Rena is going to do amazing things with her life, and I'm so happy she found herself here at Orme. She will be missed.
Ellie Worms. Tom Goodspeed.
Ellie Worms, otherwise known as Ellie Belly Boo Boo Head. He hails from the Pacific Northwest and Mexico. Part of his heart, though, lies here at Orme, where he has spent his last 4 years. I had the pleasure of coaching Ellie in football for 2 years and being his advisor. On the football field, Ellie grew and improved so much with his focus, his attitude, his efforts, his skills. They flourished as he understood the game more and more, and it became more innate for him. He earned All-State for the defense last year, which is phenomenal. Next year, Ellie will be majoring in architecture at University of Arizona, and he wants to minor in entrepreneurship. He says his plans for next year involve college, working, and having a little fun. That sounds like Ellie, right? Ellie doesn't have a single favorite memory, but loved the caravans. He loved the Friday night lights, the weekend trips with his homies, in-room shenanigans, also with his homies. And I hear he's a stink bomb guy. And he loved his U.S. and global citizenship class. He's proud of how much he's grown at Orme, as we are, and the person he's become. And I can certainly second that. I can also speak for my wife, who got Ellie up on the Orme stage as he played a key role in the Play Museum. Ellie has been a rock this year as a leader. Meeting and living with his friends and people he considers to be his second family has been amazing to him, and living in such a diverse community. Ellie, we wish you love and aloha. Your sense of adventure and caring nature makes you, you will go far. Godspeed, my friend. You will go far. Penultimate.
Trinity Zuniga. Eric Play.
Our final graduate is up to the task of being the last one today. She's, for 3 reasons. She's been here the longest, for 5 years. She's used to being last alphabetically. Not a lot of other people in the ZU section. And she's the cleanup hitter on the softball team. But I do need a little help right now. I need some audience participation to properly welcome her to her graduation. Many of you may remember my favorite cheer from softball. So please help me out here and give me a T. Trinity. She loves that. Last time. I had to take my last opportunity. Trinity TT Zuniga is from Prescott, Arizona. In her 5 years at Orme, TT has established a reputation as a determined student, a tremendous athlete, a loyal friend, and a very helpful older cousin. She has been a star player on our varsity volleyball, basketball, and most importantly, softball teams. TT has won athletic awards in every sport she has played. She says sports kept her motivated through high school and became her life here at Orme. Next year, TT will be heading down to Tucson to study business at the University of Arizona. I think I will miss TT the most of anyone. I have taught, coached, and counseled TT over the last 3 years. As a coach, no matter how much you are winning or losing by, you never have to worry about your team being proud of their effort if TT is on the team. She keeps her head up when she is not diving headfirst for the ball, which happens a lot. She competes as hard as anyone I know, and she inspires everyone around her to be their best. I know she always inspired me to be the best coach I could be, and my sincere hope is that I get to see her coaching her own team one day. TT, thank you for everything. Congratulations.
May I ask all of our graduates to please rise? It is my great pleasure to present to you the Orme School Class of 2021. Please be seated. In closing, I would like to share a few thoughts. Seniors, never again in your lifetime will so many people care so deeply about you, so completely dedicated to your welfare or helping you succeed. Please savor this moment. In the time I have been at the Orme School, which is now a decade, I have been able to observe many positive things about this school. The thing that stands out the very most are the students. Today's ceremony has highlighted the achievements of the class of 2021 here at Orme. But this is only the beginning for them. These students are poised to achieve even greater things. And as they do, they will honor themselves, their families, and the Orme School. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Please stand for the benediction.
And so we end as we began. Let us pray. God of life, source of all that is good and holy, we thank you for this day and celebration. Bless these graduates as they leave Orme and pursue their dreams. Through your gracious spirit, we ask that you bless them with success as they explore new horizons. Bless them with humility in the face of success and abundance. Bless them with compassion for the poor and the marginalized, and bless them with generosity in the midst of the challenges to come. And bless all of us, family, friends, faculty, mentors, and supporters, as we share in the joy of their accomplishments. We ask this with hope and with abiding faith. Amen.